Hi, welcome back to my channel, Crafting with Cami. Today I'm creating a single page scrapbook layout, and I cut some cookies from my Cricut. These are from Close to My Heart's digital file, and I'll be putting these together. This whole layout is going to be cookie themed. The pictures that I am going to be documenting are from my friend's daughter. She was in a little musical. She's 8. So these were younger kids, and it was a cute musical all about cookies. And she got to be 3 different parts. She was a macaroon, so I did do some macaroons on my Cricut as well. I'll bring in some tri-blend markers to color those in. So she was a macaroon. Everybody was a different cookie. And then she was also a dog, and the dogs got treats, so she was also like the biscuit or whatever, like the bacon flavored treat. So she was 3 different parts, or 2, and then she carried around a treat, something like that. But yeah, it was a super cute place. So there's a little bit of white showing where my Cricut cut these, so I'm just going to bring in some scratch paper here. This is just my computer paper, and this is some toffee ink, and I'm just gonna go right over the center of that, and it'll hide some of that white, plus it'll just kind of give it a little more dimension. And I'm not being too careful. Cookies never bake completely evenly, right? I do want to take a minute to thank you for subscribing to my channel. I recently reached 1,000 subscribers, and I couldn't be more grateful, so thank you. And then to glue these on, I'll use my Barely Art Glue. And if you leak out, it doesn't matter too much. This dries clear. So that liquid glue is nice. You can get it tacked down and then kind of move it into place. So now they're chocolate chip. So cute. I love these little... That was one thing I for sure wanted to grab from Close to My Heart before they closed, were the digital files, because you can just keep reusing them, and these cookies are so cute. I will for sure be using them during Christmas time when we're baking. And we just bake a lot of cookies to begin with. We don't always take pictures when we're baking cookies, but... If you don't have this digital collection from Close to My Heart, I'm sure you could find something on your cutting machine. I would just search cookies, and they should have something that'll look nice. And typically the images on Cricut are only 99 cents. Before I color in my macaroons, I call them macarons, but there is a difference between macaroon and macaron, and so yeah, she was actually a macaroon. But before I color those, I want to figure out what color papers I'm going to be using. Cut this out of melon. This was also from that same digital collection from Close to My Heart, and it has a border around it. So originally I grabbed this, it's a UV coated cardstock from Close to My Heart. Originally, I grabbed that and thought tone on tone, let the shines come through those hearts. Originally, I was thinking to do that. But I also have from the Latte Love collection from Stampin' Up. So this one has all of the, oh, sorry, this is called a Little Latte. So from the Little Latte collection from Stampin' Up, it has all of these coffee mugs, and can you see some of those in there? Those coffee cups and spoons and beans, and I found that in my stash. And I was thinking maybe this swirl with kind of that pink, because cookies have a swirl to them, especially the macaroons. You can see like the swirl on top. Or this one, bring in that melon kind of color. Now melon is a Close to My Heart, and this is Stampin' Up, so the colors aren't going to be the same name, but I was thinking maybe having that show through, but that's really hard to see those hearts. I could also just do a border and then leave that inside white. Let's see what this one looks like. Oh, I'm dropping everything here. Yeah, those hearts get lost on that one too. What if I did just a slight border with the UV and then had this show through, and I could gut the center out of that? I do like that. Just add a little bit of shine to it. And then I'm also going to be bringing in some other files, and this is Lagoon. Let me grab a piece of Lagoon. Here's Lagoon, and I am using the light side of Lagoon. I almost like that the best. I cut the center out of this swirl paper from the A Little Latte collection, and that is still available on Stampin' Up's website, so I'll leave that linked below. I like how this is going to bring in the browns for my cookies as well. I cut the Lagoon paper just 1/8 of an inch larger than my heart paper, so I'll have a little tiny border. I'm just running some of my Barely Art glue around the edges of this cut file, and you do want to work rather quickly. It does dry pretty fast, but you don't need a whole lot of glue on it. It is a good sticky glue, so you don't need to go overboard, but I do want to make sure that these hearts don't start lifting. And then we'll go ahead and get that tacked into place. So here is a group shot of everyone except for her mom in the picture. Her mom was behind the camera. And then I have a QR code and then a couple pictures of the play. Her one line she had and her little, they did like about the actor. So I'm thinking of doing these kind of in a line, maybe backing them with some cardstock. I could bring in some more of this and have that back the photos. So I'm not quite sure. And then, of course, my macaroons, my other cookies, and then I don't know where I want these cookies. I'm just throwing them down. I used Close to My Hearts, freshly baked, and I cut out this drying rack or cooling rack out of Stampin' Up's foil paper. So this is silver foil paper, and I'm thinking we'll tuck it behind here. I think that would be cute. And then I want to use this one cute cookie. I have these layered brackets from Close to My Heart. So I think one cute cookie, it's actually a very large title, way larger than it looks in that picture. I think it might fit in this one though. Yeah, so then one cute cookie will be my title with that bracket. So let me cut down a strip for these. Maybe another photo mat for this, get these colored, and start pulling this all together. I'm not sure what color I want my bracket to be, but we will get there. For my macaroons, I have blue turquoise blend and coral blend, and I think those will tie in nicely with these. Let me see if I did a little chart on my own here. I think this fair skin will match this one good too. So let's bring in fair skin, and we'll use those three to do kind of a little combination on these macaroons. I'm just gonna flip this over. So I like to do the darkest shade around the bottom and the sides just to make them look round. And then under this one would be a little bit darker. It would have that shadow. Okay, I'm gonna take the lightest one, and I think I want there to be a little highlight right in here. And we're just gonna kind of blend, and we'll bring in that medium one as well to kind of blend those together. So then I'm coming back in with that medium, and we're just gonna kind of blend the dark and the light. I'm gonna go with the darkest one because there's not gonna be a whole lot of shading on this. So this top part is kind of that extra bubbly, crumbly, thinner part. So I'm gonna use our lighter shade and just go over that. And really there would be like some white spots and stuff, so I might actually just kind of do it half-heartedly and leave some of that bubbly look to it. Okay, so then for the filling, we'll do that coral, and I'm just gonna bring in the darkest shade. There's not gonna be a whole lot of shading on this one. I love how colorful macaroons can be. I was curious what the difference between macaroon and macaron are, and they are different. They're different recipes, so interesting stuff. Coming in with that fair skin, I'm gonna do this top one, more of like a brown. All right, I got this all adhered. These are my 4 pictures and the QR code. I just flipped it over since there's other kids in the pictures and that video is more personal. So just flipped that over, but that'll have my collage of photos. This will be my journaling here. I'll type that out, probably on Avery clear shipping labels so that you can see the tan through it. I stamped one cute cookie from that same stamp set that we got the metal cooling rack from. So I did one cute cookie and I did that in mocha. I love how we were able to bring in those pinks, and then I did the accent of teal, my macaroons down here. This is still available, the little latte paper from Stampin' Up, so I'll have that linked in the description box below. And there's no coffee. This isn't a coffee layout. It's cookie and macaroon, but yeah, I thought it went perfectly with that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, live a life worth scrapping. Bye, guys.